On this video, we're going to unbox a brand new Harbor Freight air compressor.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I'm the old guy, the OG, Jay. You know who you are. And yeah, today I get to do something that I want to do. We have so many things that we have to do every day that it's really nice when we get a chance to do something we want to do. It makes us happy, and that's a good thing. And so today we're going to have an unboxing, and I'm going to briefly tell you why we came up to this unboxing today. It was an accident. My whole life is a house of cards. So I sold some mugs that I custom made for somebody I knew, and he was so impressed with them that he ordered a whole bunch more. And because he ordered a whole lot more, and I've already done them, I thought I'd do something extra, and I'd make these little custom crates, or at least one custom crate to put all the mugs in. So when I bring him his mugs, he has a nice box to put them in, and I just thought it would be something extra and make him say, hey, you know, he went the extra mile for me, and that's wonderful. And very simple. I use pallet wood, so I don't pay anything for the wood. I have a planer, a joiner, table saws. I got everything that I need, so I can make these crates very simply, very easily, and very quickly. And they don't cost me any money for the most part. So everything was going great until I went to put them together. And to put them together, I use glue, of course, and I also use my brad nailer. And there's nothing wrong with the brad nailer. It works perfect. But in order to use the brad nailer, you got to have a compressor because you need air. And I've had the same compressor for about, 15 years. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a damn thing to that compressor. And it was the kind of compressor that you're supposed to change the oil in. You're supposed to check the belts regularly. You're supposed to change the filter on it, the air filter on it. And I've just clogged this thing up so bad that I don't know. I don't even want to work on it. I'm going to give it a proper burial and say goodbye. So today we're going to go out and I'm going to buy. Well, I'm going to go out. You stay where you are. I'm going to get an air compressor at one of my favorite places to shop. And, you can follow along with this. So off to Harbor Freight. That's where I'm going now. I'll meet you back into the shed and we'll check out a brand new Harbor Freight air compressor. Just going to get one of the small ones. I don't need a huge compressor. I'm not painting cars in here. I'm just using a brad nailer. So it should be okay. So let's do that now. I'm going to go to Harbor Freight. You meet me in the shed and we'll get this thing started. All right, we are back in the shed, and I was successful at Harbor Freight, and I picked up, well, not the compressor I thought I was going to get, but I got an even cheaper one. I know. When when you want something and you're not sure if you're going to use it that much, just go with the cheaper one, right? Yeah, that goes against everything I usually do. I usually spend a little bit more money and try to get something that's at least middle of the road, but I had planned on spending about $150 on a Bauer brand that they had there. That's their brand. But I saw something else. I saw this, and I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll try that. I don't need anything powerful. All I need is to use a brad nailer every once in a while, maybe pump up a tire and blow off some sawdust. That's about it. So if you look at this right here, it says it does all those things. You can use it for nailers, for tire inflation, and for blowing off sawdust on all kinds of crap. So that's what I decided. And the price of this was about $50. So the way I look at it is I can buy 3 of these for the Bauer, right? So we're going to take a look at this. We're going to open it up right now. Going to fire it up and see if it works. And if it does, successful. If it doesn't, well, there you go. First thing I want to say, though, is usually people come in my shop and they can't believe how organized it is, how clean it is. That is not the case. So we're not going to look
at the whole shop today. We're just going to look at certain parts, so I only have to clean a little bit. But here we go. Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, well, here's the box. It's got a lot of tape on it, so first thing we're going to need is my handy dandy knife. I haven't done an unboxing for a while, so this is kind of nice. Look at that. Now we can put the knife away. We can open this up. And this thing is tiny. The compressor I had before was small. It was a Makita. Very expensive. And did a great job for as long as I had it. But I didn't take good care of it. That's it for the unboxing. Look at that. It's out of the box. Didn't have to buy any hoses or anything. We're going to use the same ones from the old compressor. That should be no problem. But this is what we have. It is a McGraw, which I've never heard of. It's very light. I don't know what this thing weighs, but it's not very much. When we fill it up with air, of course, it'll be a little bit heavier, but not a lot. And it has this nice little handle on it. So I like that. I have a handle on mine, but the one I have weighs probably, I don't know, 10 times what this one does. It's very heavy. And I've often said it was hard to take on projects when I had to go to somebody's house. This shouldn't be any problem at all. So let's hope that it works as well as I am anticipating. There we go. Words, sometimes they're hard. And there's the cutoff. Oh, they've got a little air in this right now. I'm thinking this one was purchased before because it has air in it. And the way it was taped up, I'm thinking somebody brought this back. So, good thing I saved the receipt. Let's get some hoses on this thing and plug it in and just see if it works. And just like that, I have the airline hooked up. I just unplugged the one from the old compressor, put it right on here. And now we're going to turn it on and see if it does what it's supposed to do. Some of the things that I'm concerned about, one is weight. No concern there. The weight on this is very small. Is very light, rather. Also noise. That one that I had before was extremely loud. This one I'm hoping is a little quieter. This is oilless, so I don't have to worry about the oil on it like I did with the other one, and I never did worry about it, and that's probably why it doesn't work now. This is a 1/3 horsepower when it's right up to peak, which is fine. Again, using it for a brad nailer or a finish nailer, or I'm just going to pump up a tire or maybe blow some sawdust around. That's it. This is not. I mean, if I had a paint shop here, if I was doing a lot of finish work on even the larger wood projects that I do, I wouldn't use this. I would get something else. I might use this for airbrushing, and that's about it. So let's turn it on and hope for the best. Okay, it's loud. Yeah, it's pretty loud. It's not quite as loud as the other one, but it is loud, and it's a higher pitched noise, so it's more agitating. So there you go. Now you adjust the tank. It's even marked tank and tool right here. This is the tank gauge. That's the tool gauge. It's marked right on here. You probably can't see it in the video, but all you do is, if you want to get this up to like 90 pounds psi, you just turn this counterclockwise and let it sit and let the arrow go up to a 90, and then turn it back clockwise until it stays right on 90. That's how they all work, but that's how you adjust that right there. Okay, well, as you can see, it did shut off. I had this adjusted to about 90 pounds, 90 psi, and I had to really crank to get it to stop. And it's up to about 110 pounds, which is fine. But I didn't expect it to be that precise anyway, not like the other one was. So that's okay. What I've got here is my brad nailer, and it is loaded with 1/2-inch brads. And that sound That tells you it's all full. It's all full of air. So let's get a couple of pieces of scrap wood and see if we can join these together. This is all it has to do. And yeah, okay. They're not very they're not very big, but you know, as far as the brad nails go, but it did what it's supposed to do. Now if I had some glue on that and I hadn't pulled it, that would have been fine. But of course you don't have to go up to 100 pounds on a tire. You only have to go up, what, 32 pounds? So we know that's going to work. And the next thing is we want to be able to blow sawdust around. Let's get some sawdust. Look at this. Let's move this over. Throw some sawdust there. Oh, look at that. Hey. And as you can hear, it is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. When the air tank gets low, it turns back on, gets it back up to pressure. I almost said temperature. I don't know why, but brings it back up to pressure, and then it will shut off again. I have no problem with this. This is $50 at Harbor Freight. It is McGraw. I don't know anything about the company, where it's made, who makes it. I don't know. All I know is for a brad nailer, finish nailer, this is going to be fine. Probably could use this for roofing nails too. I don't know. With something like, if you're doing roofs, you're going to need something with a little bit better recovery time. You want the compressor to be able to fill the tank as fast as possible. With me, this is perfect. This is a hobbyist level. So if you're doing stuff like I am, making little crates, you're making just, you know, stuff you think of, this is going to be fine for you. I don't see any problem with it. It makes plenty of pressure, and even full, this thing is pretty light. The other thing to know where it is this little petcock right here. That's when you want to drain the tank. Now, if you're using this for, say, airbrushing, you want to drain the tank every once in a while to get the moisture out. So you fill it up, you hit that petcock, and you're going to get the moisture coming out. No matter what you do, this is going to create moisture. So if you're doing something on a hobby, even on a hobbyist level, if you're putting finish on stuff, which I might do with this, might put some polyurethane on a project, I probably will get a water trap. And it's just a little trap that goes right here, and then you plug your hose into that, and it collects the moisture before it gets to your project. So that's what I would do if you're going to do that. But if you're just using one of these, hey, I got no problem with this thing. But it is extremely hot in this shed. I don't have any way to cool it off anymore. There's no fans in here, and the air conditioners that I was supposed to get, I still haven't been able to get them because all I have to drive is my Corvette, and I can't put a lot of stuff in that. So, you know, there you go. I'll meet you back into the studio, and we'll wrap this all up.
Here we are back in the studio. We're not in the shed anymore, and I really got to clean that place out. So there you go. I mean, it wasn't a very expensive compressor. I got online and I see that they have them advertised at Harbor Freight. In-store savings is 28% off. So they're $49.99 right now. Normally they're about $70. Even at $70, probably not a bad deal. This thing does everything I want it to do, but I can't stress this enough. If you are a roofer and you're probably going to need to drag something a little bit more substantial up on the roof with you, if that's what you're going to do. This probably is not going to take a beating like some of the bigger brands, we'll say, some of the more expensive ones. I mean, for a pancake compressor, you can spend $200, $300, $400 on a really nice one, and that's probably what you want to do if you are a professional roofer. But if you're a hobby guy like me and you're just making some stuff for your friends, for yourself, for flea markets, whatever, this is just fine. And I think I would use this if I got back into airbrushing again. I would want to use this for an airbrush as long as I can get the PSI down. For an airbrush, I'd do probably 50 PSI, maybe 60. I don't know. Because it is a small 3-gallon tank. It would be perfect for that. And I might even go ahead and get a water trap for it and use it to put on finish on different projects that I do. Because spraying polyurethane is a lot better than brushing it. It really is. If you have the ability to do it, if you have the space for it and the ventilation for it, then I think this would work just fine for it. So there you go. That is our McGraw 3-gallon compressor unboxing from Harbor Freight, and I think it was pretty damn successful. So I'm going to get started now and make the crates, and then I can ship out these mugs and make some money, because that also making me happy. And it makes me happy when you show up to the trailer hood. And I know I haven't done a lot of videos lately. I'm going to try to do more and more as we go along. And who knows, I might have another one for you next week. I certainly hope so. If not, please like, share these videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. We're up to, I think, 3,600 subscribers now, and I haven't done a lot of content, so that's pretty damn good for not doing anything for quite a while. So I'm going to try to get more done, and I'll see you back here at the trailer hood. For the Old Guy Network, I am the Old Guy. I'm the OG, and I'm out.